everybody, this is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What we're going to be knocking out today is going to be some beef stroganoff. And I told a lady friend of mine, a little bit older lady, that I was going to be making this, and she said, Lyle, there's a restaurant in New York that I used to go to that just used to have the best beef stroganoff in the world. It was called the Old Russian Tea Room. So you know what? Put it in the back of my head, got home, and actually Googled it, and this came up, a recipe. So I'm going to follow their recipe pretty closely and see where that takes us. It looks like it's going to be the bomb. Anyway, why don't you guys come in and see kind of what the ingredients I'm working with are. Our ingredients are going to be 2.5 pounds of bottom round roast, thinly sliced, and I did beat the hell out of that with the meat mallet. Also seasoned that with salt and pepper, and that was done about an hour and a half ago. So we got that. I have 1.5 sliced onions. I also have 1/4 of an onion diced. I have about 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and we're going to be rolling with, I just bought some cheap white wine. We're going to be rolling with a cup of that. I have some mushrooms. The recipe calls for a little bit less mushrooms than what I'm putting in here. I'm putting 2 packs of mushrooms in there. I will have the Russian Tea Room's recipe in the description. And I have some butter. We're going to be at about 3 tablespoons of butter. Well, 2, we're going to be doing 2 pans, so 3 tablespoons roughly in each one. We're also going to be using a little bit of flour, which I don't have here just because I didn't want to put that big old bag out here. Anyway, we need to move over to the stove and get this rocking. Our next stop on this journey is going to be to go ahead and get some butter and onion in one skillet and get our butter, onions, and our mushrooms in another skillet. So we're going to let this go about 5 minutes on the onion, and then we're going to go ahead and add our meat to it. You know, I forgot to mention also that we are going to be doing this over some egg noodles. So anyway, we will be back once I have these things cooked down a little bit. It's been about 5 minutes. Now it's time to go ahead and add our meat. And I'm going to cook this as long as it takes for all the meat to become evenly brown. So our meat is brown. I'm going to go ahead and add my flour to it. And stir this in. And to the mushrooms, I'm just going to add just enough. Didn't mean to put that much in. I went about double what I wanted to on that, but it's fine. It's all coming over here. I just wanted to get this mushroom deglazed. Now that I got the flour in there, I'm going to hit it with my Dijon mustard. And about 1.5 cups of wine. And I am going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Getting to the last step. Now what we have to do is add these mushrooms in with this, with the meat and onions and all that. Give that a good stir. And then come back over it with our sour cream. And that sour cream was warmed. That's what the recipe called for, so I warmed up some sour cream. And now I just need to let it simmer 10 to 15 minutes while I get these noodles done. It'll be time for a taste test. Here There we go. This is the final product right there. Alright everybody, so that was the final product. I went ahead and did that a little bit different than I normally would have, but I was following the old Russian tea room's recipe for beef stroganoff. I think there's a couple different ways to streamline that recipe. Maybe didn't need to do it in 2 pans, but hey, I wanted to follow their recipe. So now me and the lead singer of Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder here, is going to go ahead and take a taste test so we can see what's up with this beef stroganoff. Go ahead and get in there.
Motion's perfect, meat perfect tender, the sauce is a perfect finish.
Alright, you heard it. Anyway, what I did do, wasn't in the video, I did go ahead and add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, but other than that, this is their recipe. I'm going to put a recipe to their, I'm going to put a link to their recipe in the description. And again, thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.